it's Mark again from Langrod Financial Services Group. We're continuing to talk about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And in this video, we're going to unpack the Trump accounts. These are brand new accounts that are actually going to begin in January of 2026, all right? Remember that this is general information. It's what we know as of today, which is August 12th, okay? But let's unpack it. I got some notes here because there is a lot to unpack. All right, so let's start off with this. You can open your first Trump account for a child starting on January 1st of 2026. That's next year, okay? Now, the government is going to give a $1,000 credit. I think it's actually going to be a credit on your tax return. We'll actually give you $1,000 for every child born starting in 2025 through 2028. Okay? That's the government's funding of $1,000 per child. Okay? Once the account is established, parents can then fund up to $5,000 per year, and that's indexed for inflation, into the account. Now, once the money is in the account, it can only be invested in mutual funds or ETFs, sort of an indexed kind of thing, not a particular stock or bond. Okay? Now, how are withdrawals taxed? Okay, so you get this money in, it grows over time, and when the child reaches 18, not before that, once a child reaches 18, they can begin taking distributions. And there are two kinds. One is a qualified distribution, and what's really great about a qualified distribution is that it gets long-term capital gain treatment. Fantastic. Much, much better rates. Now, to be qualified, there are three things. First, the child obviously needs to be 18, and it can only be used for education, home purchase, or a business startup. Okay? And that is from when they're 18 until they're up to 30. And once they end their 30th year, the account needs to be completely liquidated. The second kind is a non-qualified distribution, and that's a distribution of any other kind. If it's not used to buy a house, start a business, or for education, if it's not used for any of those reasons, it's non-qualified, and non-qualified distributions are treated as ordinary income, and they will have penalties on top of it. Okay, so these are ultimately designed for those three major things. So remember that when the child reaches the age of 30, at the end of their 30th year, the entire account has to be distributed in whether it's qualified or non-qualified. It'll depend on what it's distributed for. Okay, so that's pretty much what the Trump accounts are for. Now, some people are wondering whether you're better off using a 529 plan as opposed to this. Remember, the 529 plan covers one of those three, which is education expenses, and it's a lot more liberal in what you can do with it on education. So kind of keep that in mind. The next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the new provisions related to 529 plans. So if you have any questions about this or any other part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, don't hesitate to reach out to us, the team here at Landmark Financial Services Group. We're more than happy to answer your questions. Thanks.